So I'm sure you guys have seen an increase in Chinese cars in the UK. We've seen the likes of the BYD, the J. Cole. The J. Cole 7 is actually a very nice car. It's like a cheaper Range Rover. And look at this one. It is £25,000. 25k for this car, guys. It's mental. Okay, this one don't look good. Then we've got MG. For those of you guys that don't know about MG, MG is actually how China kind of subtly, what do they call it, stealthily got their way into the UK car market, because you guys know the propaganda that was spread. I mean, we call it propaganda. Is it true? Is it not? Not 100% sure, because they are the ops, so we don't know what information coming out from there is true. But Chinese things that were made in China were seen as, oh, that's cheap quality. Oh, that's from China. But China has done all that they can to try and change that narrative in the West. Now, the UK is the only country, the only Western country, I'm not sure about Australia, but I know Canada, the USA, the EU have all imposed tariffs on Chinese cars. In the UK, since 2019, The UK, since 2019, when the UK, obviously when Brexit happened, Chinese cars had the normal tariff rate because there's no deal. The normal tariff rate is at 10% for the cars. Whereas the EU is, I think they're even in talks to increase the tariffs, because for the European Union, cars from Germany, Italy, supercars even, all those cars, like the car market in Europe is huge. It has a lot of jobs. It's the reason there's a lot of jobs in Germany, even somehow in France, even though they have Renault, the shittest car in the world, Renault. If you ever go and buy a Renault, I don't know, what go on for you, bro. I've driven them as rentals, deadest cars in the world. So Europe is trying to protect their jobs. And Trump is running America. Obviously, Trump is like, we need to have it American made, protect US jobs. So they don't want Chinese cars in there. But the UK seems perfectly fine with it. And you guys may have seen a few deals. This is one deal that I've seen a lot. £344 deposit, £344 per month. I've seen one car, I think it's on here, the BYD, and I think that stands for Beyond Your Dreams. I think it's the Dolphin Surf, this little yellow thing here. If we look for the financing offers, I can't really find them. But back to before I go and try to find that, back to MG. Who the hell is MG? Well, MG was founded in 1920, and it is a British car manufacturer. Okay, and it was bought by China. When, I don't know, but it was bought by China. It's owned by the CCP. And China began to use MG to get into the UK market, because MG, average person thinking, oh, this is an old British car brand. Yeah, but it's owned by China. Most of the manufacturing happens in China. And this is how China stealthily entered the UK market. If you guys have ever seen Zipcar buys a lot of MGs, because they'll give you great prices. China's able to make electric cars a lot cheaper, hybrid cars a lot cheaper, because China has a foothold and China controls a lot of the supply chains for lithium, things you need in batteries, etc. And they say that in electric cars, did they say it's 40% or 60% of the price is the battery? Crazy. Now, the BYD, I'm going to try and find you guys. Here we go. Range up to this many miles. Fast charge. You can charge your car in 22 minutes. That is a game changer. But I am trying to find purchasing, not test drive. Hold on one second, guys. Because the car as a whole is 15 grand. The brand new car is 15 grand. But I want to find the financing plan. Test offers. This is it. These are the offers. Here we go. We've managed to find it. So I've seen even less than 100, 189. I've seen that. So monthly installments, you'll pay £189 a month. For the Comfort one, you'll pay 250. I'm not sure what that means. Deposit, £189. Deposit 0.93%. Okay. Finance deposit contribution. So they kind of catfish you there. Even though you're paying £189 a month, you do need to put down 3.4k for the car. So they are kind of just that. I don't know. I don't know what they even mean here. Because if you can just get the car, the way they've advertised it, it looks like you can get this car, £189 put down, £189 a month payment. Because I've seen these cars everywhere. I've seen this one a lot more. I've seen we're going to take a step back as well. The BYD Dolphin, this one as well. Let's check that. Offer available. This one looks nice. BYD Seal, offer available. Let's check on that. This one, £389. The customer deposit here is not as healthy. It's not as healthy, but it's they're putting out these offers. They're putting out these offers, and you've got the Jaico as well. The Jaico is probably one of my favorite ones. It looks like a Range Rover. It looks so nice. Like I've seen these cars in Asia, in Southeast Asia. I've seen the Jayco everywhere. I was looking at the Jayco. I want to get a better look at the Jayco. I want to get a better look at it. Images. I want to see what it looks like, the interior, because the interior is nice. Obviously, they're basic. This is the new like interior starter pack, but I hear these things are really good drives. And if you see what these cars are doing, it's insane. And then we've got the Xiaomi. Now, these lot obviously made my first electric scooter, but Xiaomi or Xiaomi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, are making cars. They're making cars. Exterior design. Let's take a look here, man. These Chinese cars. Hey. Okay, I want to see the car, bro. Okay, look at that. That looks like a Porsche, bruv. Oh my God. Bro. Apparently this is like £35,000 or something like that. Like, this is insane. Like, I would grab this, bro. I just don't want a fully electric car, bro. Like, if it had an engine, you know what I mean? That's where the EU wins. That's where Germany wins, bro. Like, you can't beat that engine sound, that petrol, that diesel engine. But hey, now we need to remember as well, manufacturing. I'm not sure if manufacturing fully takes place in China, but we're not getting the price that these could be if China had all the infrastructure here. Because what I'm thinking about is, okay, it's all sweet, you're getting your car on a good finance deal, but if it goes wrong, what do? What's gonna happen? Like, getting an electric car repaired already is crazy, because I don't even know if you're meant to go to a mechanic or an electrician, because all the mechanics I know, if I bought a freaking BYD car to them, they'd be like, bruv, what the hell do you expect me to do with this? And apparently even the financing deals, they include like free maintenance, things like that. So that kind of takes the stress off. But I imagine wait times are going to be crazy. But what China is trying to do is they want to flood the UK market. They are doing a good job at it so far. We're going to see a lot more Chinese cars in the UK, because the UK is one of the few countries in the West that is not doing anything to try and stop this. The UK is like, it's fine, you can have your cars over here. And once it gets flooded here, everybody has one, boom. That's when you start to scale. You start to build the infrastructure here to have cars over here, make parts easier to get, and overall keep on bringing the price down. This is what we call economies of scale. Right, economies of scale. The more people have cars, the more business you're doing, naturally the cost per item will go down overall. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Chinese cars. Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Have you ever driven one? I've never been in a... Now, I think an Uber picked me up in a BYD car once, and I was like, brother, this car is sick. Like, this is Chinese car, innit? He's like, yeah. They gave me a good lease deal and things like that. So let me know. Do you think the Chinese market is going to bubble? What am I saying? Do you think the Chinese car market is just got a little excitement now, and eventually people are going to come to their senses? Do you think, I don't know. What do you think? I don't really know what to think, bro. I don't know. Do you think the UK government's going to end up putting tariffs on these cars and making them not a viable option to get in the UK as prices keep going down? I don't know, man. But I think competition's never a bad thing, though. Competition is never a bad thing. Competition is never a bad thing in any market. It's good for the consumer. When these legacy companies, you know, obviously it's like, oh no, the companies, you know, oh no, we've got Range Rover having to compete. We've got Volkswagen in Germany having to compete, etc. But for the consumer, it's actually a good thing overall. But politically, geopolitically, the West does not want China to have a big portion of their market share in their car market. You know, it's basically taking jobs from them, taking money away from them, etc. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Chung Li, what do you actually think? Chung Li's actually from Hong Kong. Chung Li says that these cars are shit. Chung Li says they are really bad. They're not, the build quality is not the same as it is in Europe, and soon the West is going to find out. Well, damn, Chung Li. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Peace and love, guys. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think in the comments.